Today, we're diving into something truly special. We're about to embark on a sacred pilgrimage, a really profound journey of remembrance and light, known as the Timal Jatra. So, let's get into it.
This beautiful verse from a traditional Tamang song, it really captures the entire spirit of the journey we're about to explore. It's not just a physical path, it's a spiritual one that promises purification, compassion, and, believe it or not, even a longer life.
So what's the deep, driving purpose behind this incredible pilgrimage? Well, it's a journey that's undertaken not just for the living, but really for those who've passed on.
At its core, the Timal Jatra is this amazing annual act of devotion. For the Tamang people of Nepal, it's a sacred duty to quite literally light the way for the souls of their ancestors, helping to guide them out of the darkness and toward the light of salvation.
And to really get the Jatra, you have to understand the people. The Tamang are one of Nepal's ancient peoples, with deep, deep roots in the Buddhist tradition. For them, the Kathmandu Valley is their ancestral land, their origin spot, which makes this pilgrimage a kind of profound homecoming.
Now, this pilgrimage isn't just to a single destination. Nope, it traces a path across three of the most sacred sites in the entire valley, and each one has its own powerful meaning. Every single stop on this path has a unique and powerful role. The whole journey kicks off at Namobuddha, a place that's all about an act of ultimate compassion. From there, it moves to the great stupa of Boudhanath for atonement. And finally, it all culminates at Swayambhu, the site of enlightenment.
The entire journey is built on a foundation of compassion. It all goes back to a legend that's so powerful it's inspired people for centuries, the story of Namobuddha.
Okay, get ready for this, because it's an incredible story of selflessness. So the legend goes that a young prince, who was actually a past incarnation of the Buddha, stumbled upon a tigress who was so starved she was about to eat her own cubs. Moved by this just overwhelming pity, he offered his own body, his own flesh and blood, to save them. And here's the amazing karmic twist. It's believed that those 5 cubs were later reborn as the Buddha's very first disciples.
So, with that incredible foundation of compassion, the pilgrimage begins. Day 1 is centered around one of the world's most magnificent stupas, Boudhanath, and a very special ritual of light.
But we're not just talking about lighting any old candle here. This ritual involves a deeply personal, almost physical connection to the ancestors. And it makes you wonder, right? How do you literally turn a memory into light? Well, here's how. The process is unbelievably intimate. Families bring the vastu, which are the bone remains of their loved ones. These remains get soaked in ghee, ground into a superfine powder, and then kneaded right into cotton wicks. So in a way, the physical essence of the ancestor becomes the very source of the flame that will light their path. It's incredible. And the scale of this ritual is just immense. At Boudhanath, each family doesn't just light one lamp, no, they light 108. And that number, 108, is super sacred in Buddhism. It represents the 108 human passions that can be obstacles to achieving enlightenment.
You can just imagine it, can't you? As thousands of pilgrims gather, the base of that massive stupa is just transformed into a sea of light. Each one of those 108 flames is like a prayer, a little beacon lit with the belief that it'll help a wandering soul find its way in the afterlife. And the night is just filled with life. This isn't some somber, quiet occasion. It's vibrant. Families and communities all gather together, playing the traditional damfu drum and singing songs that carry the entire story of their culture. Love, sadness, humor, history, it's all woven together in this amazing celebration.
So, as dawn breaks, the second day begins. This is the day of the full moon, and it marks the climax of the pilgrimage with one final, sacred ascent. Before they make that final climb, the pilgrims perform a purification ritual. They bathe in the 22 sacred water spouts at a place called Balaju. So, cleansed and renewed, they start their final ascent to the ancient hilltop stupa of Swayambhu.
And the origin story for Swayambhu is just fascinating. Its name actually means self-created. Legend says the whole Kathmandu Valley was once a giant lake, and a single perfect lotus grew right in the middle. From that lotus, a brilliant uncreated flame just appeared, and the Swayambhu stupa was built to protect that mystical light.
So here, at this profoundly holy place, the lamp lighting ceremony is performed all over again. The wicks carrying the very essence of the ancestors are lit one last time. This act completes their sacred duty. It fulfills the promise to guide the souls and brings a sense of peace to both the living and the dead.
So what's the lasting impact of this incredible journey?
I mean, the Timal Jatra is so much more than just a 2-day festival. It's a living, breathing legacy.
This annual pilgrimage is such a powerful force. It reinforces the Tamang identity, it strengthens the bonds between villages and families, and it creates this unbroken chain that connects the past, the present, and the future. It's an act of honoring their lineage that is also just a beautiful celebration of life itself.
And this brings us full circle, right back to that song from the beginning, tying it all together. Each sacred site offers its own unique spiritual gift. A visit to Namobuddha is believed to wash away sin. Boudhanath opens the heart to compassion, and that final climb to Swayambhu is said to bless the pilgrim with a long life.
Ultimately, the Timal Jatra really is the vibrant heartbeat of the Tamang people. It's an expression of devotion so profound that it literally turns bone into light and memory into a pathway for peace. It's a legacy of love, carried forward in the flicker of 1,000 flames. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. In our fast-paced, modern world, what can we learn from a tradition that's so deeply rooted in memory, compassion, and the simple, powerful act of lighting a lamp? You know, how do these ancient rituals continue to light the way for us today?